I want you to close your eyes and describe what you see when I say dinosaur.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Julie.
I'm Alyssa.
We might be stitching at the cabin.
I'm not stitching at the cabin.
I think I'm stitching at the cabin.
I just show up places and I see cameras and I go, oh, we're doing this now.
Oh, hi. Is that camera for me?
Must be. Clearly.
You know what I've noticed?
What?
When I look over there, I don't think you can tell so much.
Mostly not. When you get closer, you can, but as long as we stay back, they can't really tell who we're looking at.
Just won't get close then. The lighting is still bad because the light's still on the side because the closet's not done. I got the closet.
Yeah.
I installed the closet.
Mostly.
There's some issues. We'll go into that eventually. But first I want to say that I've given up.
On what?
Pants. Just always assume that those jammies down here. I've just given up on getting dressed.
I was just telling her I think that I have worn these pants every day we filmed the last 3 days. But like
3 days.
or three times.
Weeks.
But like I change my pants every day. Like I don't wear these every day. I just happen to wear them every time we film.
But do you change your panties every day? Because
Who
that's
says-
way more important.
Who says I'm wearing them?
You're my daughter.
That doesn't have to be anything weird.
Yes,
It could just be freedom.
We should have
Anyways.
called this stitching in jammies. Or
Yeah.
stitching in panties.
That puts too many restrictions on me.
If anyone
about
names their channel Stitching in Jammies, I'm gonna subscribe just because of the name. I should have named
You should
it that.
look. You should look.
Yeah, well, probably not right now while everybody's expecting us
Right.
to entertain them.
Yeah, so today is Wednesday, the 12th of February.
2020.
Woo.
I had to get something in there. You can't have all the glory.
Sorry. I was impressed I got it right, and you didn't have to correct me.
I have a totally non-stitching related question for the people.
Okay.
Because I cannot ask you. You won't be able to help.
You know.
Because it's beauty related.
Oh, yeah, no idea. What's your question?
How do you make your hair, like, not look greasy? I took a shower yesterday morning, and when I went to put it up, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like I haven't showered in 6 months.
That's why I always put my hair up, but I took,
Your hair looks good.
well, you know, I think that's just a
Little
fluke.
greasy.
That's right. Yeah, yesterday Hunter's like, your hair looks so good. She's like, it just like looks good. It's because I took a shower in the morning and then I didn't put it up because usually I just immediately put it up and then it stays up for a week because it's just easier and I don't have to deal with it. She's like, it looks really good. I said, you know why? It's because I didn't put it in a ponytail at all today. And she's like, oh, it looks so good. So then today I'm like, okay, well, I should leave it down. But I have the same struggles as you. Sometimes it just gets too flat. Like it gets really flat and a little shiny and you're like, but like it's not. Not actually,
I don't know what's
like,
wrong
greasy.
with me.
It's just
I'm not a grease ball. I haven't been like jogging and then believe me, I haven't been jogging and then like throwing it up also. I don't know. I took a shower and it's.
I got like dry shampoo spray stuff that was
tried that
in
too.
like a beauty thing that I got. Like I don't think it did anything.
I think it helps a little bit. At least it smells good.
It smells
But-
good, but like
It's not like I'm not clean. It's not like I didn't take a shower. I did, and I washed my hair. And, I mean, yesterday it looked greasy after I washed it. Like
I think it has to do with shampoo too, because if I alternate to the correct shampoo, it's like my hair has a wheel. And it spins the wheel and it says, I want this shampoo, but I have to guess which shampoo that is. Because I can't use the same shampoo 2 days in a row. I have fancy shampoos, I have cheap shampoos, I have customized shampoos, I have all the shampoos. And it doesn't want the same thing 2 times in a row. So I have to use a different thing.
Because we only, right now we're down to just 2, so I've been alternating between the 2.
5 of them,
So-
and then hopefully you pick the right one for your hair. And then every once in a while my hair will be like really shiny, but in like a good, healthy, colorful. Like my hair has like natural highlights in it, so it's really pretty when it's like happy.
You know, when I think about it, I like showering in hotels because you're using a different shampoo.
Yep.
It is always
It
like
smells
so
different.
nice after.
Yeah.
I'm like, woo.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's I've been alternating with the same 2 for like a year now.
I have hotel
I wash
shampoos if you
often
want
enough
some.
to we're not. I think we have some in the guest
I have hotel
bathroom,
shampoos.
but Dad would probably cut my hands off if I
I have some.
did the.
My find them. I'll
I'm
bring
not
one.
allowed to pillage the guest bathroom, but we have like a whole setup in there. Like if you forgot something, we got it.
Toothbrush, little glasses, all kinds of stuff.
Water and shampoo and a shaving kit and a sewing mending kit, and we've got luggage racks at the foot of the bed, and we'll program the thing next to it to say your name and welcome, and those little instructions with like how to turn on and off the lights and how to do stuff.
My guest bedroom's just a concrete slab because we tore out the floor.
Nice.
It's missing baseboards.
I just like that ours has a bathroom attached.
Yeah, ours does too.
I think every house should have that.
But ours is
You know what I don't have that you have? Laundry upstairs. My laundry's downstairs, so I have to take all the clothes down. Well, actually, he does it, because that's kind of the trade-off. He takes the laundry up and down the stairs, and I fold it and put it away.
But I was telling her a few weeks ago that you would think having laundry upstairs is awesome. Like, most of the time, I guess it kind of is. But the problem is I don't like folding upstairs in my room alone. So I will load it into a laundry basket, bring it downstairs, and then fold it on the sofa with the TV and the dog and everybody, and then bring it back upstairs to put it away. So
I fold alone all the time, so I just plop down on the floor in the master bedroom and...
See, our master
fold.
bedroom is tile, though, so you can't just get on the floor, so you have to do it on the bed. Then it's just like, I don't know.
I've got that long counter next to the washer dryer with the sink, you know,
Yeah.
in the laundry room. I should just fold there. It's a
I never
great
even thought.
folding
I
spot, and
honestly
I
never thought
have.
about that. And you could get one of those little foldy things too if you had a flat spot.
And I have folded there, and it's amazing because you've got all that counter space.
Yeah.
But I'm alone and standing, and it's a weird room to be in by itself.
Yeah.
I prefer the.
That's actually a really good idea. That we
Yeah.
could clean that out and like use
I don't have
that.
to clean. My mind's clean, but I
Ours
just
has like
use
old
it.
blankets and an ironing board on it. I think I don't know why it's there, but
This is a channel about stitching.
we keep telling ourselves that.
You know by now.
Yeah.
You're gonna get life
You lots.
and odd things about feral hogs and
Yeah. Exotic animals, random facts, hair care,
what not to do,
not care.
how not to count, how not to do beauty.
Yep. But that being said, what's first?
Whips.
Yes, but which one do you want to do
I don't-
first?
I put yours on that side, mine on that side, and did the
We
joint
should.
one.
Okay, let's just get that out of the way. I feel like because it's kind
Just
of
the bookshelf.
yeah, it's just kind of
Okay.
like
Warn
now
the people.
we had one day to work on it this week, and we almost didn't because we were both just like not feeling it. But we came together, we worked on it one day, okay, and we worked for hours.
It must be clear. It's not that we didn't want to work on the bookshelf. It's just
No.
it was a Sunday, and I had to come back from the cabin early. She had to drive to my house to do it, and she was working on her project, and I almost had to finish with one of mine. So it was like,
Do we even make the effort? Because it's only going to be one day working on it. But we did it for the
did it.
people.
We did
okay?
it for you,
And
for you people.
we did almost 1,000 stitches combined, which is
Was
like
it
a
that
lot for us. Yeah, because I was at
you did 5 something, and I
541.
did 3 something.
So it was just about almost 1,000.
She stitches faster than I do,
I
apparently.
do, or just happened to work that way. So, but
I did have dog challenges.
don't you?
The dog wanted to cuddle, and the light was behind me, so I couldn't see. I couldn't see my stitching half the time. I was having to do.
We learned that 500 stitches ish per person does not look like a lot. So
This looks almost the same. I don't know how we're gonna do this because we're sitting on the wrong side.
I know.
Dude, look at all that fabric.
Yep. We realize this
All
is never
that
getting done.
fabric.
Ever.
It's gonna get done.
Ever. It's never
you
getting
can
done.
sort of see.
Here you go. That's mine. That's the far top left corner. That's the far top right corner. This is Fairy Tale Bookshelf.
I'm starting
HAED.
an actual castle. Like the charity top thing is coming down there. You might not be able to see it, but then look. I was like, oh, I get to do gray. No, it's green.
Yeah.
Whatever.
New color still. And this is very much like Universe, so like, woo, exciting.
So
I mean, it looks really good, but I mean, it was hours, and we were like, okay, this is
gonna take forever.
this is gonna be a long haul project, which
I'm
we knew.
okay with.
Yeah.
The problem is you need to come more often.
Yeah,
And
Jacob needs to
I
work
offered
more.
to like go to her house on Sunday, but then I was having a left Sunday, and I was like, I don't want to drive. I
Yeah.
don't want to drive. So she was nice enough to come to me.
I came to you.
You didn't bring me a medicine ball, but you came to me.
I did not help your addiction. I'm sorry.
I didn't have one today.
Did you have 3 other whips? And then, let's do the temperature tree.
I have 3 other whips.
Let's do temperature tree.
So if you saw my jammies, I also changed them, despite how it looks, but mostly you don't see them. What are we doing? I was talking to the people.
I know.
I like the people.
It
the people
rained.
Make me happy.
It rained another day, so I got to add another sparkle leaf and get a taco hair out.
The weather at the cabin has been insane. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. My tree looks more like a clown romper room tree than it ever did before, and I give up. I love my tree, and it's just going to be insane. I am going to have the most insane tree. And I told you, I was watching, I think her FlossTube channel is Animal Instinct, and I don't expect you to link it, because I subscribed, but that doesn't mean I'm going to find it again.
Okay.
I've watched a couple of those. She's doing the temperature tree as well, but she's in Australia. Yes. So it's summer right now. So her tree is beautiful. It's hot. It makes sense. Our trees, they don't know where they live.
Because California winters aren't really winters, so it's not like cold all the time. Whereas summer it's hot all the time. But winter it's not. So you get that for a bit until it just gets hot.
July through September, we're going to be complaining that everyone is
the same color.
Or orange or whatever hot is. It's going to just be hot.
And then we're going to also complain that it's so high that it's past our top number, and that just sucks to live in.
And then we're going to complain that we're hot.
Yeah, exactly.
But not like in the, hey, my hair's not greasy hot.
Definitely not.
In just the, it's hot, make it stop kind of way.
Exactly.
But we will still have pants on. I don't know about panties, but we will have some sort of clothing on. We won't be naked.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I will not be naked.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
We jump.
We jump.
Okay, I can't see yours.
I can't see his.
Well, I can't see yours.
I love this.
Took mine off the Q snap, so.
The sparkles are so
yours looks
pretty.
good. You're
mine
kind of evening out.
You have this beautiful thing, except for that one thing. I mean, he's still beautiful, but but I mean, you have one odd color.
But your colors are similar.
No, my colors are crazy, crazy. I tell ya.
My sparkle leaf. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's that one.
Dog hair.
That's the sparkle leaf, the pink one.
In my defense, the dog is attached to me pretty much 24 hours a day. The only time he's not is
why
like now, because I locked him out. Well, I mean, he's not outside. I'm not a monster. He's locked outside of this door.
Yeah.
He's not really allowed in my thinking room without me. Sometimes not even with me. So yeah. I don't even have words. There's nothing I can tell you to explain what happened. It got crazy cold. It got crazy hot. It snowed. It didn't snow.
And that's just
hailed.
what happened.
Well, that was here though. How do you make hail?
That doesn't really happen with me. I don't know. I didn't hail at my house.
Hailed. We were coming home Sunday, and it was hailing. It was pouring rain. She called or he called you, whatever, and it was pouring rain. And you got off the phone and the windshield wipers were going like crazy. I shouldn't do that. Now I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. And then we'd like pull up to the house. Hail. Hail. Giant raindrops and hail. And I have to get out. And he and Steve were put so close together. I got kicked out of the driveway because they both have the same brand of vehicle. And so I have to park the truck in the street so they can park in the driveway. Does that seem fair? I pay the bills. I work.
I should get a driveway
I should get a driveway too. Anyway, they were put too close together, so I could barely get out. So I'm trying to get out, and I got all this stuff, and I'm like sliding out, and the hail is pelting me, and I had to get all the way out before I could put my jacket lid on, and then I have to keep unloading the car, and then it stopped hailing. Like as soon as I get inside, it's like sunny.
California.
I'm sorry. So,
I like your tree though. I like your
I
colors.
love my tree, but it's
lots of colors.
It's a plethora of color, and not even like in a rainbowy way. It's just
lots of colors.
Yeah.
Consistently lots of colors.
Consistently a lot of colors.
Okay.
Alright.
You can go ahead.
I'm still working in my closet pretty much all the time. Like, I barely stitched anything yesterday. It was a day of closet, work closet. Oh, and I had to go to the dealership, but so I didn't even work on keto. I think yesterday was the first day that I've been home during the week that I didn't work on keto in the morning. But I had to work on the closet, which you will see the closet hopefully next week. There was a slight boo-boo, not our fault, and the shipping out the stuff. You could say it's over there, but the big drawer, when I took it out of the box, it had a hole in the bottom, like not a little tiny hole, but like, I can't even think, like someone was walking down the street in like New Orleans, and you know how they have those spiky things, and went, oh, here it comes, see? A hole.
Peekaboo, I see you.
I could eye poke you.
Yeah, you could.
Like,
that would be the first time this week.
You do have to tell that story. I even wrote it on the thing. So, there's that, and then there's what they call a bridge, because there's a wall, and then there's a little section that they give you the wood for, so it's all connected, so it looks like one cohesive piece. That they manufactured backwards, so it doesn't, the edge that's pretty would not be sticking out unless we flipped it upside down, in which case the cams wouldn't sit on the thingies, so it wouldn't be structural at all. So they're gonna send a new one of those, and then one of the shelves was like peeling, the front was like peeling off, and so they're replacing that. They're shipping everything tomorrow. I talked to them this morning.
Oh, good. I didn't know tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe next week.
We should have it soon, but everything else is mostly done. The rails, it's on rails, it's not sitting on the floor, and those have covers that I have to paint this week and then snap them on, and then we'll replace those things that need to be replaced, and then I have to finish loading it, so we're still surrounded by stuff, but way less stuff than before.
Way less stuff.
And
although my hands still get stuck right here.
Loving it. I still have the fan right there. It's amazing. I care what y'all think, but at this point, I'm like, I don't even care what you think, because I love it so much. I've taken almost everything out of this cabinet over here and arranged it in there. I've taken things out of the hallway. I just have one more section down the hall of crafty stuff. I got Mike to agree that the canvases for painting don't need to go back in there, because they're huge, and it's the easels and stuff, not my problem. So anyway, this is keto. I digress. Oh no, keto is...
I feel like we need to do a better job of saying what things are every time.
Heaven and earth. This is keto. 25 count, 2/1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
2/1. Keto. So this was the end of page 9, which was the end of the thing. So now this is not page 10. Although I told you I keep that binder, and I write at the top when I start a page. I started page 10. I wrote on page 10. Like, that was the 10th page, therefore that was page 10. And then I was like, that's not it. So I just scribble it all out and go to the page... 18? 18 would make sense. 17 and 18, because I'm marking both at the same time, because...
So you are deciding to do a zigzag situation?
So I'm going back. Yeah, because, I mean, look at it. If I went all the way back to the left, it would just be more of the exact same thing. If I go this way, I'm going to hit a head. Like, 2 pages, boom! Right in the back of the skull. So, anyway, working my way down. I'm doing that National Parks Challenge, and I'm sorry, Kim, but I haven't gotten 4,000 stitches in this yet, because I only get to work on it like half hour in the morning. I don't work on it on weekends.
She's crawling through the national park.
Yeah, I'm jogging. My jogging and crawling speeds are the same. The kids, I may have told you this before, I had tried running. I ran for about 2 years, and I would like to do it again. I'm bad at it. I'm not just, that's not so good. I am abysmal when it comes to running. I got better once I got my iron up and whatever. But
in the beginning,
initially, I could run and the kids could walk next to me. So
she's just bouncing.
Anytime people would be like coming towards us, the kids would pretend to jog next to me, so I looked faster than I am. My initial mile was a 17-minute mile. Then I took iron, I wasn't anemic anymore, and I got it down to, I think my best was like an 11 or 12-minute mile, and that was like straight
pushing
flat, and I almost died. But if you make me run uphill, which is what everything is here, there's no way to run away from the house and come back without going uphill to come back. It's impossible. I've tried every permutation.
Yeah, it's
uphill. End up uphill to come back. So, and I haven't run for, since the biopsy, because I had my midlife crisis then, and I haven't recovered yet.
Just medicine balls and
I'm watching Christine's Wellness Wednesdays, and I'm really hoping I watched one today. It was excellent. It gave me some ideas, like take my birthday off. My birthday's next week. Happy birthday to me! It's not a big deal. Tuesday's my birthday, and I want the day off. I've been trying for like 15 years to get the day off of work, and it never happens. It's not like I have to ask somebody's permission. I don't. It's just there's always stuff to do, and people need.
Plus, I think you feel a little guilty doing it.
I always feel guilty. I feel guilty going to the bathroom during the day. I feel guilty doing anything outside of my office during the day.
Goody two-shoe.
So that's why a lot of times I don't even take lunch, because I feel guilty.
But you gotta just do it. So you're taking this. We already cleared my schedule.
If she works, technically I should be able to take the day off. So I'm going to hide so that I don't hear the phone ring. I would like to sit up here and stitch for a while. I'd like to drink some tea, maybe read a book. I don't want to do chores. I don't want to clean the house. I don't want to put the closet together.
Yep.
I want one day. One day. And once everybody comes home from work, then whatever, I'll cook, clean, whatever. But I'm not going to clean. But I'm not going to clean on my birthday. I'm sorry.
No, don't do it.
But I'll help with whatever, and I'll be social and whatever. Okay.
I feel like this is going somewhere, but maybe not. Did I take a picture? I don't think I took a picture. I also didn't take a picture of Fairy Tale, so hang on while I do that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. My turn. I'll do, so my wheel spun hedgehog.
18 times, every time she tried.
Because I also went home and showed Jacob, like, look, this is cool. I can ask Siri to do it, and she does it. I can't say your name.
Ask that one.
I know, exactly. Alexa or Siri, can't say their names. So I was showing him, and it spun hedgehog again. So I pulled out the hedgehog and I worked on it, which is good because this week I didn't feel like doing it at all. So I did some of it.
This is why I love my wheel. Otherwise, I wouldn't work on the castle.
Now I must admit I didn't do that much.
It's okay. Every stitch counts.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I probably did maybe 30 stitches.
It's okay. It's small.
But I worked on it, and that's 30 more stitches that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
If that was on Pattern Keeper, you would have done like 10%.
Yeah, for sure. Freaking, if anything was on Pattern Keeper, yeah. Yeah. That's my hedgehog. I added more to his face, and I finished the brown ruffle pretty much up here, and then it goes into body and leaves and stuff. So that's hedgehog. But I worked on it. Not a lot, but I worked on it. And that's the power of the wheel.
I like it. I love the way the colors blend.
Me too. Well, there's so many browns, so it's pretty impressive. So that's a little closer to being done.
I'm proud of you for doing it. Did you put it in a journal?
No, not really. Well, it's hard to keep track of stitches that aren't on Pattern Keeper.
You have to count.
So I started.
At least say I work on it for this amount of time.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing time, but I did write. This day I worked on hedgehog. This day I worked on afghan. And I was gonna count. That's a whole nother chore in my mind. So even though I want to know, it's not worth figuring it out for me.
I don't count. What now, Mommy?
Oh, your turn. Yeah, I don't have a picture of hedgehogs, so it's fine.
Okay, I've stopped bringing stuff up. So while I have the actual stitching, I didn't bring up the picture.
Oh, of like this.
The hyacinth in this case. I didn't bring up the picture because I have to bring up like 12 projects. Everything seems to be downstairs these days. So if you want to see it, either there's a link.
Well, the project is linked.
Okay, yeah. See, there's a link, or you can just go back to last video. Or go back to video 1 and then just binge watch. I mean, I'm good with
Simple
that.
solutions.
With the hyacinth, I keep saying I haven't gotten into the groove of how to stitch it.
So I see you have done something here.
I have done stuff, and my watch is vibrating. Oh, that was probably Trent or a notification.
Sounds like it.
I decided I wanted to get to the top, and then I could park my way down.
Okay.
So I went way
It's hard to do it up. You don't like parking up.
I don't like parking up. And so I went way left, and I'm just working my way up, not in a solid, consistent line, but kind of picking the color that looks like it's going to go the furthest, the easiest, and going up. So you can't see what I did before.
Yeah,
it's now underneath. I see that. But it's there. Oh, and some of my threads are trapped down there. It's okay. See, my threads are trapped down there. It's okay, because Just, it's okay. So, see, I'm working my way up. And hopefully I'm counting correctly, or this is going to be just a really short, skishy Hyacinth. I keep showing it to Kevmo, and he's just like, I don't care. I'm like, Kevmo, look, I'm making you. He's like, I don't care. He's like, just let me eat it. I don't care.
They're not good helpers.
No.
You go again.
So I think that was only one day I worked on that since we filmed.
Yeah.
And this one I've only worked on a little bit as well. My Chatelaine, that's not attached, so we're gonna try not to lose that.
Closet has been all encompassing.
It really has. So here's my Hyacinth. Here's my Hyacinth. It looks just like Kevmo, doesn't it? Here's my Chatelaine. I've been filling in these with the specialty stitches, and I did stuff down here that you can't really see, but all those little yellow things have more little yellow things. Those are in there now. I think that's about it.
You should get closer with that section.
I don't have a lot. I can't see.
You got it.
I don't have a whole lot of time with work, so yeah, eventually.
Every stitch counts.
It does. And I'm not upset about any forward momentum. I just feel bad that y'all are expecting more out of me than I can give you at the moment.
That's why 90% of the show is just life stuff. Can't disappoint with that.
Yeah, you can.
Is that the last thing that you... Oh, no.
I actually have two. Well, I have one other
Oh,
whip.
my
and then I
goodness
have,
gracious.
Wait, what is it? Uh-oh. It's in the closet. Don't look in my closet. Don't peek.
I'll skip ahead.
Don't peek. Okay, but this is something I just want to point out that I did yesterday. I added name tags to all of my bags.
All of them that have stuff in them?
All of them that have stuff has name tags. It's so neat, and I love it in there now. So this is my Christmas sentiments. This is what I worked on at the cabin. And if you are not impressed by my progress, I'm going to poke you with my needle. Keep that in mind, ladies at Stitch Nanigans, that I'm going to see. I will bite you if we sit next to each other, and I will poke you with my needle. If you're lucky, I'll fruit punch you too. So.
I don't know her.
So, yeah, you have to appreciate how much I did. I didn't even put a picture on Instagram because I wanted y'all to see it first. Oh, and I stuck the thing on there, so just ignore the tag of what I'm stitching it on. Although I should probably say, this is Stony Creek, Christmas Sentiments. It was a stitch along with Christine, Stitch All the Things.
I didn't realize that was Stony Creek.
Yeah, Stony Creek.
Wow.
It's on 28 count lamb's wool linen piece that's 13 by 18, and it's 2 over 2.
Here we go. Spewing the infos.
Well, you told me I had to.
I know.
And here is my progress. Look how close to a finish I am.
So close.
And if you're looking at the before and after, there was one tree, now there's a second tree. Wow. And words, and thingies.
Yeah, and more snowflakes.
And a birdie, and more snowflakes. So all I have to do to finish this is, there's some backstitching for that, and then I need to finish all these things underneath, and then it's just beading, I think. I think that's it. So I could definitely do this in another weekend, and I'm hoping with all of my everything, every fiber of my little fluffy being is hoping that the wheel is willing. Please, wheel.
Come on, wheel. You know
Look
best.
How close I am.
That's really close. That will feel good. And then you can hang that up Christmas this year.
Well, I'd have to get it framed. Oh, speaking of that, I laced Deep Lagoon and I took it to Hobby Lobby because I had to go to the dealer yesterday, which is just like 2 streets away. You know, in California, there was a recall on my truck, and for the rest of the universe, it is optional.
This is just a computer programming.
Yeah. Just an admissions-related computer programming thing. But for California, it is mandatory. You cannot renew your registration until you have this done. It doesn't cost anything, but I still had to take several hours out of my day. I will tell you what I did when we're done with this, because I have a new start. Okay.
New start. Oh. Unless you have to do yours.
I think that's all.
Okay, I've probably talked this up too much, but I am super stoked with how much work I put into my afghan. this week. It was 3 or 4 days of working multiple hours.
She won't let me see it.
Multiple hours.
But tell them about the dream you had.
I was gonna say, but let me show you first. So that way you can see what I was seeing in my head in my dream versus what you had. Oh, okay, hang on. Ooh, I got a needle. Just gonna stab that into the ground.
Oh, don't forget I found that needle up there.
Yeah.
And I put it up above.
That's a tomorrow kind of problem.
I was cleaning the closet and I found a needle over there on the floor. And I was like, hey, this is probably yours because it's where you sit when we film.
Oh my god, you did so much. And it's
so beautiful. There's a needle.
Oh, is that yours?
I have no idea whose needle that is. Let me look at my,
I'll have it.
Let me look at my temperature tree because it's possible.
This is all about me, Mom.
But it's possible it came out. I lost my temperature tree.
It's gone. It flew away. It said the temperature was not good enough.
Nope, that's not mine.
Okay, well then I have it now. It's fine. I'll stick it next to this needle. And then they can be needle buddies.
Nope,
Needle
not
buddies.
up here either, and it's not up the Hyacinth.
Hey, look at it.
I'm sorry. That is beautiful.
I even did
beautiful.
backstitching.
I see that. That's beautiful.
Wow! I tried so hard to finish this poinsettia, but I couldn't. It was slightly too much for me to do. But I spent hours on this. Hunter even came home and was like, wow, you did a lot.
That
I'm
is
like, I know.
amazing. That is beautiful. That definitely makes me want to work on it.
Doesn't it? And the colors are so bright and vibrant. Especially if I hold it like this, you can see how bright the colors
The
colors are.
The border pattern oddly reminds me of See's Candy. It's not the right color.
No,
I think
right,
the one
that's
Audrey's
weird.
doing is more like See's Candy.
Weird.
Speaking of which, Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, is starting hers. Leap year, leap day, new start. Thank you, Erin, 2 Martini Stitcher. I blame you and Stitchy Witch. So she messaged me about it, so I'm gonna start too. So Audrey's just waiting to get the fabric, and then I will. If when she gives me the word, we will both start it.
And see, she asked me, she's like, do you mind if I start it? I said, yeah, sure. I mean, you bought it first,
Yeah,
right?
you mind? No, she said no, she doesn't mind. She
No,
said
no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
repeatedly.
I'm saying, like, yeah, no, it's fine. Totally. You bought yours first. And, you know, I've already gotten a jump start on mine. But now I'm feeling this, like, I need to stay ahead of her. And she does so much work on the weekends and stuff. But from doing the fairy tale, we learned that I stitch faster. So it's kind of a toss-up as to whether I can stay in the lead with this project. I want to work on it so much. I didn't even work on Universe this week because I worked on this so much. So there goes my Universe goal. Gone. This is now my focus for the time being. But
I said rotate, not give up.
I know, listen. It's on the rotate list, okay? But I'm just like, I love this so much, but I really, really want to stay ahead of her. And so I had a dream. One of the days I had spent hours working on this, I had a dream.
So pretty.
Don't you just want to stare at it? I pet it,
yeah,
too.
I'm not listening. I'm listening. I'm not looking at you.
I already told you, so it's fine. After working on it for hours, that night I had a dream. And I had a dream that I hadn't shown Mom the project yet, and she hasn't seen it until now. But in the dream, I hadn't shown her yet, and I was going to show her. And I was so excited. I had finished the poinsettia, and I was so excited that I had done this much. And so I show her, and she's like, oh, that looks so good. She's like, yeah, actually, this weekend, I kitted it all up. I was like, oh, you did? She's like, yeah, you know, like, I didn't have that much time to work on it. I worked on it for, you know, just a handful of hours right before we left the cabin. Do you want to see it? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And she shows it to me.
Angry ruffling.
She shows it to me. And she has finished, like, those 4 squares. She's done all the backstitching. She's done all the vine work. She's done all of the edges stuff. She has done, like, a poinsettia and a half. Like,
I feel like they're gonna beat me. And I
was so mad in my dream. I was like, how? Because you just kept going on and on about how much faster it was to stitch on this fabric and how it only took you like 2 minutes to like sew a whole leaf. And
see how angry she is still? This was like days ago.
Days
She's
ago.
still mad at me.
I am so mad.
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't, but like,
Believe
don't
me,
do it.
The only time I will be able to work on it is on the weekends at the cabin.
And if the wheel is willing. That's what gives
the
me
wheel
hope.
is willing. And
That's what gives me hope.
the wheel is often not willing.
My system, I can stitch whatever I want, but I have to stitch whatever the wheel says too. So I can stitch on this however much I want.
That is so pretty.
Doesn't it just look so good?
Are you happy with the coverage?
Stare at it.
Do I need to do like something different?
I was initially kind of unhappy with the coverage because you can definitely see through it, but that's just because I'm so used to HAEDs on 25 count, 2/1, where it's you do not see through it.
See anything.
I have accepted that that's just what this is supposed to look like, and I'm totally cool with it now. I'm happy with it. It's fine. Super fun to stitch. But that's why my temperature tree doesn't have a Q-snap, is because I stole it for this.
Cannibalized it.
I cannibalized it. Kim. Okay, now you do your new start, and I'll put all my stuff away.
So I had to go to the dealership because of that stupid recall. And they had told me on the phone it was probably going to take 2 hours. And I'm like, to plug something in and tell the computer to like update 2 hours? But I was like, well, you know, if you try to update like a Windows computer, sometimes it takes 2 hours. So I was like, whatever. So I was trying to decide whether to stay at the dealership or to...
Should I stay or should I go?
Or should I have them drive me back and forth? And they would, because I live close enough. But I don't live that close, so it'd still be like 20 minutes each way at least, probably. So,
but it's uncomfortable to ride with somebody or have them call an Uber.
And then my husband ended up working from home because he wanted to help. He wanted to do more in the closet, and I think he just likes working from home. So he's like, I could come pick you up. I was like, no, because then both of us are wasting time. I mean, at least let them drive me if we're gonna do it. But then, we discussed it, and it's not a big deal for me to stay because
I was working,
and maybe they'll do it faster because I'm waiting. And she was covering, So I decided this would be a good time to start Checkerbird because the wheel told me to start it, and I thought, well, 2 hours, I could probably start it and finish it. Well, they ended up finishing the truck in like 45 minutes. Then they washed it, which didn't take long, took like 20 minutes, and then they lost it. They literally lost my truck.
Don't know where it went.
He came in, he's like, can you tell me what your truck looks like? Like, well, it's big. It's got 4 wheels. It's a Dodge. Because I'm at a Dodge dealership. And so I told him the color, and he's like, your clicker doesn't work. I'm like, it does. It's just you can't long distance clicky it. So he ended up finding it, and he told me after he thought it was a red truck. So he kept trying
wrong color.
Get this red truck to open with the thing. I'm like, yeah, that's why you think it doesn't work.
Yeah.
The clicker doesn't work on every Dodge, just mine. So I didn't get to as much as I wanted, and I did a tiny bit today just to fill in some of it. But I'm still really happy with it. And
so
and I don't know when I'm gonna finish it, but
oh, look
you weren't supposed to look. I'm doing the blue one, and I have to say that the chart is not charted like well. It's heart in hand. Checkerbird. I can't show you because you can't see the chart, but look, there's an entire leaf missing. There's an entire leaf missing.
There is an entire leaf missing from the little viney things that are out here.
Yeah, there's an entire leaf missing. Right?
Yeah.
And then on the sample stitch, this leaf is completely missing. That one. They didn't put the lines in that one. See, there's lines in that one. They didn't put the lines in that one.
Oh, yeah.
And then the beads. Find that symbol. Go ahead. I dare you.
Yeah,
find that symbol anywhere.
But it's supposed to be on or around here, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's missing stuff.
Yeah. So I'm not thrilled with how it was charted, but whatever.
It's not really a complicated pattern, so it's not like a problem. You can figure that one out.
My birdie so fun.
I love that Q-snap. It's so freaking cute.
Yeah, I like my Q-snap, except this side's really loose, so I had to try to
bulk it up.
It keeps, so when I'm holding it, I'm trying to pull it back to keep it taut. I just didn't have that. And it looks straighter, but it's not. It's the way the floss is variegated. It just gives it a dry look. But anyway, there's my start. Woo. So I don't think it'll take very long.
No.
So I could have a finish before I know it.
But two finishes before you know it.
But okay, I have to be honest with you. That afghan, I'm not counting as like a start. Like it'll go on the wheel and it'll rotate, but like when I finish Christmas sentiments, I'm spinning the wheel again because I want like a new skirt that came off the wheel.
You broke your back.
I didn't, I just got these bags and the zipper on this one is just not that great. I've had problems from the beginning.
Sounds like you should switch it out with another one.
And I didn't put the tag on this because it was downstairs and I was...
So you lied. You didn't put a tag
all
on
the
all of
other
them.
ones have them, but I put the fabric sticker on the front. That was 28 count lamb's wool linen.
Whoa.
2 over 2. I always have to stop.
Counting numbers.
2 over 2.
It's like the same irony with Kevin in The Office, where he's an accountant, but he's like not good with numbers. Same thing with you. You do accounting, but
2. So the only thing I have for the haul this week, when I went to Hobby Lobby to drop off Deep Lagoon, I bought some of the floss for the Afghan
Christmas Village, Afghan, Stony Creek. Sorry.
Yes, which will be 4 over 2. But they didn't have it all. But that's what I bought. So, Alyssa
You
was
and I still
kind
don't have
enough
enough.
to what?
Even I don't have enough.
No, and I tried to get the one she was missing, but they didn't have enough for me. So Alyssa was kind enough to lend me a ring since the bulk of mine are on the fairy tale, and then I gave her one for temperature tree, so I was out of rings. And she made all my little things. We were watching King of the Hammers while she did this. Very interesting race once a year in
off-roading kind of jeepy situation.
in California, like Johnson Valley.
No idea.
It's out by Landers, apparently. Really interesting. It's like a mixture of really fast driving in the desert and rock climbing. And we didn't care about the fast part, but the rock climbing is interesting.
Those are the Afghan. I finally thread dropped them, so it's easier to use.
But I only have one, so I have to skish all of mine on one ring.
Just get yourself another ring. Or I can give you a second ring.
I'm out of rings. I used all my rings.
I can give you a second ring.
We'll see. I can skish them.
Did I lend you a ring, or was that one of your big rings?
No, that you lent me a ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could give you another ring.
We'll see. We'll see how much I can skish on.
Yeah.
How's the length? Did the length work out? Or is it too short?
It's a little too short, but I wouldn't have wanted it at the other length. I don't think.
Because I realized after the fact why I said my thread works was the right length. Because it's variegated and I'm pulling it off and not folding it in half. Sorry. Bad info.
Thank you.
Bad info.
It's fine. I mean, to do like one of the petals, I have to use 2 or 3 strands. 2 or 3 goes at it. So
goes.
Well, it's not strands. I take 2 out at a time.
Like it didn't work.
No, it's just. It's fine though.
It's fine. I have to do mine, so I want mine to be perfect, so I can stitch faster than you.
I'd say you might want to do it at that larger length. Okay, so she saw a video.
I want to see if you can come up with the name.
I really couldn't.
Crafty Gaming Jamie.
Okay, there you go. She did how she kits her HAEDs. And so she showed how she does the thread drops. She does it way smarter than how we were doing it for Fairy Tale. All of Fairy Tale's thread drops are all different lengths and sizes and
fairly uneven.
Very uneven. These are really nice. Very clean. It was very easy to do it. But I couldn't tell what length I wanted it at because you basically just keep folding it in half, and so one seemed too short and one seemed way too long, and you could adjust it, but it's like if you want the system to work nice and consistently. So I went with the shorter one, but I think when I run out of a color, I'm going to reattach it longer. So I'd say overall probably you want longer, even though it's going to be more of a hassle to do stuff with the thread drops.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but it works.
Because I know on my Christmas sentiments, the very first one I cut, the Week Star Works, I cut it way too short, and it's been just a nightmare. And by the way, I did run out of ivy, so good thing I bought the other one.
Okay, good. See, with
just
this...
barely, but I did need it.
With this, I don't have like a Peiko or anything to put my stuff in, so it's kind of important that I finish off the thread. So it's kind of nice that they're shorter, because it's pretty easy to finish it or not feel guilty about throwing the rest of it away if you get close.
Loop it back on.
Yeah, but if it's short enough you'd only get 3 or 4 stitches out of it.
I still loop it back on because you never know when you're going to need it. And then I Just come back. I mean, that's
Figure
what
I'll
I've
just
done
buy
with
another
the
one if I needed
tapestry,
it.
with the elegant tapestry. Because I don't have that because it's dimensions, so if I don't have enough thread, I don't have enough thread. So
I see that.
So I just stick it back on the thing.
Yeah.
And I have actually used it because I'll miss a stitch here or there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I only need one. And I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Look
Fair.
at you.
Fair.
Just a thought.
Okay.
Just a thought.
What's next?
I think that's mostly it for stitching, but there's a couple things we need to discuss.
Oh.
Go for it.
I almost died this last week.
Reenacting.
So, Jacob and I sleep on the right side of the bed. He sleeps on the left side of the bed.
What? You don't sleep in separate bedrooms?
Don't. I'm so sorry. So, we were going to bed, but we usually talk before bed. Sometimes we watch TikTok or we just like scroll through Facebook together.
TikTok for us older generation. It's an app with really short, mostly incredibly stupid waste of time videos.
Not mine. Mine are better than the ones Dad watches. Mine is like recipes and like stories and animals.
His is not, and since I don't watch it with him, I only hear the sound, and I get so annoyed because he flips through. So it's like a song that I love, and it's just a little clip of the song, and it's like, just get to the good part, and he flips it. And other things, like he's typing a response or whatever, and it's a loop.
It just keeps playing
Loop.
over and over and
Oh my
over
gosh. Oh my goodness,
Anyways.
I don't like TikTok.
So we're doing something like that, and we start talking about, because it's, it's making its rounds again, that whole discussion about what people see in their heads when you say, like, a word. So, for instance, I want you to close your eyes and describe what you see when I say dinosaur.
I see a T-Rex. Ah!
Which way is it facing?
It's looking at me.
Okay, what color is it?
Greenish brown.
Anything else interesting about it? Can you see its tail?
Well, yeah, I mean a little bit because it's
But not
behind
really.
it, but it's got short arms.
Okay. Right. And I see a little green cartoon dinosaur that's facing this way. It has like the little colorful little spiny
spikies.
things on it. It's like one of those that eats the leaves in the trees, the really tall, friendly
like
one.
Brontosaurus?
Maybe.
I think that's
I don't
what
know.
it is.
Very friendly little thing.
Brachiosaurus?
Don't know. So I'm talking to Jacob about this, and I'm trying to get him to explain, what he sees or whatever. And he's trying to explain to me that he sees things, but he sees a 3D model of things, and it kind of moves. Like it's not just a flat picture. It's like a
I don't have enough brain
more of a
cells to spin.
concept, but also a very spatial reasoning kind of thing. So we're discussing how, like, I don't have that, how he has that. Like, that's why sometimes communication can get lost, because he's trying to explain something that he thinks I should be able to envision, and I'm trying to say words because words are how I communicate, but he can't,
Visualize
words. Right, whatever. And so we're, like, talking about this, and I turn over to go plug in my watch onto the side, because we're winding down. This was going to be the nighttime conversation, and we're done. So I was putting the watch on. Putting the watch on, and then I turned my head right as he was saying, you just need to see the pictures in my mind. So I guess he had done this, and then he was doing this to poke my forehead.
That was on!
Yeah, imagine that in your eye. I turned my head as he was stabbing. It's not like I turned my eye into his finger. He was stabbing as I turned my eye. It went
Don't poke.
right into my left eye, right next to the pupil. So it wasn't the pupil, but right there. It went in 6 inches. I swear to you, it went squish. And I immediately put my hands over both my eyes. You just start sobbing, like you can't control. I'm like, I'm okay, I'm really okay. Sobbing, just crying. He's like, I'm so sorry. I was trying to tell you this thing. He's like, I could feel your eyelids wrap around my finger. I'm like, it hurt. It really hurt. I'm like, but I think it's okay. I think my eye's still there, but you poked it really hard. And he's been doing all this work on the Jeep, and so he can't get the grease out of his fingers, so his fingernails are all black, and I'm like, I know I have hydraulic fluid in my eye.
That's what eyelids
stabbed
are for.
it.
You use eyelids to clean out your nails. You felt it wrap around. Take out the
Just
dirt.
cleaned it.
Exfoliate.
Just cleaned it. And so he's like, I need to see see it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yep, you're blurry, but like, it works. It works. So I was okay. It was a traumatic experience. I called her the next morning and let her know I had gone through some things. And then all of that day I had an eye headache. Like when you feel it in like the tops of your eye sockets, like just the sore headache.
I shouldn't laugh.
I got that. And I still stitch the Afghan even despite that pain.
Well, that explains that one thing I saw on the Afghan.
Actually, you should have seen something. And I'm
Yeah, you need to
surprised you didn't.
snag-nab it.
Oh, that too. But no, there's a whole leaf section where I only did one leg because I ran out.
I never noticed that.
Clearly.
Ever.
Anyways, so that was my traumatic eye experience.
Well, I would like to segue into headaches.
Sure.
Let's discuss headaches.
Headaches.
So, I don't know if you've heard, but my birthday's Tuesday. Not a big deal.
Wow. First time I believed you. Second time now I'm thinking I need to think about what I'm doing for you.
Because somebody over the weekend was like, hey, are you going to invite us to a party? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not having a party.
I don't having a $50,000 grand bash Hallowoo.
No. They made me watch Wendy Williams at the dealership. I mean, nobody held my eyeballs open, but I mean, that's what was on. And I'm apparently not a big fan of that show. And someone she was interviewing said when their daughter was turning 1, it was only going to be a $10,000 party because they don't really remember the one. And then she said $50,000 later, and I was like,
just how does that happen?
what? Anyway, I'm not having a $50,000 party. I'm not having a $10,000 party. I'm not having a $10 party. I'm not having one.
Maybe. I might get you a cake.
Also not celebrating Valentine's Day. We've been married 22-ish?
20.
That seems about
I'm
right.
like 24.
Yeah, that seems about right. I think in June it'll be 22 years. So, we love each other. We don't need to celebrate. Like, it's just not,
Sure.
it's not that big of a deal. As long as we're together and happy, I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer. Like, truly, I don't want flowers. I don't want candy. We don't need to do anything. I don't want to try to go out to eat because there's 1,000 people. Let's just cook a meal together. Let's enjoy each other's company. Maybe have some popcorn or some ice cream or something I'm not supposed to have, because I'm trying not to weigh 800 pounds.
Sure. So anyways, headaches.
Okay, so my birthday's Tuesday.
You don't
We're sitting in the office, Alyssa and I, Friday? Pretty sure it's Friday. Sitting in the office, and my husband texts me, and it's like a song thing.
An audio file.
Yeah, like an audio file. And I'm like, why is he sending me an audio file? So I click on it, but then the phone rings, so I pause it. Answer the phone. Hit play again. The phone rings. I pause it. Then I'm watching FlossTube, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I forgot there was a song thing. I'm just thinking it's a song he found that he likes, so it's not.
Yeah, she asked me, she's like, have you heard of the song?
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
like, no, I don't think so.
It's not high priority. So I'm like, oh, we should listen to it. So I hit play. And like 28 seconds into the song, I pause it and I text him and I'm like, this song is like about us. It's crazy. Like I'm thinking, how did he find this song that
how
is
did we not hear it
so
before?
about us? It's like talking about where he was born, where I was born, like where we met,
like that you have red hair.
Yeah, and it's like how coincidental. And now I see why he sent it to me. That's crazy. So I hit play. And, like, the next line of the song is something about...
Very specific.
Yeah.
Like, city and state.
Specific. And I'm like, oh, my God. He had the song written for me. And we listened to it bawling, sobbing. Like,
thank God no one called, because neither of us could have answered the phone.
The tears, it is so sweet. I'm not going to play you the song, and it's not because I don't care about you, especially because I've talked about it. Now this just sounds mean, but it's very personal, and I feel like sharing it with people would take away from it somehow.
Sure thing. That's cool.
So please don't be offended that I'm not playing it, but it was so beautiful. It was basically about how we've spent our lives together and where we are now, and that he loves the way that I love him, and
I can't imagine it.
Yeah, any other way. And oh my goodness, I would cry, and she's crying, and And so then, of course, I had to text him and tell him how amazing it was. And then he told
him
me
he was mean.
He told me later that the guy didn't do what he wanted done, and so he didn't love the song, but I loved it, and I think that's probably what matters.
It honestly sounds like it could be a song on the radio.
Yeah,
he
it's
really was
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
didn't really realize that was a thing. I mean, I think I kind of knew it was a thing. I didn't really think it was a thing. And
Yeah.
I was very moved by that. So
Very sweet.
Very, very sweet.
And this
But
relates to headaches. How?
I get migraines, and I know what my triggers are. If I cry, I get a migraine. If I travel a good chunk of the day, I get a migraine. If I look into a bright light, I get a migraine. TMI, if I'm about to start my period, I get a migraine. Those are the main ones. If there's anything else, I don't really
It's like a
know off the
random
top
thing,
of my
like eating
head.
a Cheez-It mixed with a sardine, you know? Like,
Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe. But those are the main four. So
Yeah.
I cried. I could feel it. Within like a half an hour, I was like, well, here comes the migraine. Thanks. Thanks for the freaking song that now I have a migraine. No, I really did love the song. So I took Excedrine. If you people get migraines, take Excedrine migraine.
Take one Excedrine migraine. I didn't believe it when you said somebody said the thing said 2. So I looked at mine at home. It says 2.
Don't take
Why
2.
would you take 2?
Unless you are the size of
2 of us.
Yeah, I mean, if you weigh a few 100 pounds, take 2. Or if you're not sensitive to medicine, take 2. But if you...
Well, even me, like, I can take 3 or 4 Advil and it doesn't do that much. But I've taken half of an Excedrine before and it's worked. So
Literally, unless you weigh like 250 or more, probably, I would only take 1.
just try one and see if it works.
Yeah,
And if not,
even
then
if you
from
weigh
then on,
600,
two.
take 1
There's
and see
no
what
reason
happens.
not to
but
take just one.
take
one works.
Take 1 and see. Eat
Yeah.
food. I don't care if it's a tortilla. I go for bread to make it.
Because usually she's
better.
nauseous if she also has
Yeah.
a migraine.
Yes, I get pain, I have sensitivity to light, sound. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And if you wait too long, then you can't eat because you feel so sick. So as soon as you feel it coming on, eat something. Just something big enough that it's gonna be in your stomach. Take one, and then try your best to hold still. If you could close your eyes, that's even better.
Yeah.
For about 40 minutes.
Just try not to do things. Even if it's only 10 minutes. I mean, just after you take it, try to turn off. This is the
best you
important
can.
part.
Don't roll
Reboot.
around. Don't read things. Don't look at a
And
computer.
it doesn't matter if you're able to nap, because I've had it where I'm like, my headache is so bad and I took it way too late because I'm like traveling home from school and there's a bunch of traffic and it just like compounds. I get so stressed and it like just hurts so bad. Take it, lay on the sofa, and then I'm like, I'm not falling asleep. Like, I'm not taking a nap. It's not going to work. It works. Just stay there.
Just hold still.
Stay
Hold
there.
still for like 40 minutes.
Stay
Sometimes
there.
it's faster, but usually for me it's about 40 minutes.
Stay there.
You will feel like a new person.
It's beautiful.
It
You
has
can get like,
caffeine.
you get a little boost.
You will shake some if you haven't eaten enough, and you'll get like a high. But if you take 2, you're gonna
Die.
crash later. You're gonna have headaches later from the caffeine withdrawal. Do not do this without asking a doctor, because I'm not a doctor.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
It has
Personal
aspirin in it.
experience.
Yeah.
If you get migraines or bad headaches, you should try Excedrine. Migraine.
Excedrine
Migraine.
Not generic.
Not extra strength. Just
Migraine.
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 my roommate or Hunter's sister tried. She went to go get some for me, and she's like, "But the generic's cheaper." I'm like, "No,
Do that.
Excedrine migraine." She's like, "But it's the same stuff. It's the same ingredients." No, get Excedrine migraine. Well, there's extra strength. Hunter, get Excedrine migraine.
Yes.
It's magic.
Yes. And you will feel like a different person.
Yeah.
It works. I've tried prescription migraine medicines. I have tried everything under the sun. Does not work. Excedrine migraine works every time. Here's the one caveat, and this is what happened to me. I took it. The headache went away. I was okay. I drank that night with some friends, and I didn't drink a lot.
She never does.
I never drink a lot.
She's a sipper.
Yeah, I sipped all night. Like,
Well, okay, that makes it sound like maybe you did get drunk. I sipped all night long.
1.5 things of vodka and lemonade, and it was like that much. Not much
Excluding the
vodka.
ice.
That was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1.5, the entire, like, 5 hours we were with the friends. I was okay. I did not get drunk. I didn't even get buzzed. That's how little I drank. But we were at the cabin, and I tend to get dehydrated there because something about the cabin sucks all the liquid out of you, out of everything. We actually have to hydrate. We use a humidifier instead of a dehumidifier at the cabin. We try to soak the cabin in humidity. So I didn't drink enough water after that. I woke up the next morning, I had a migraine again. And I'm like, dang it. So I had to take Excedrine again. I was okay. Went to bed that night. I woke up the next day with a migraine. And it's because that damn menstrual cycle. So this is the only time I've had to take Excedrine 3 days in a row.
It's just like an unfortunate sequence.
Yes. It was not because it didn't work. It worked within 40 minutes every single day. It's just I kept having things that triggered it again.
Yep.
But try it.
So then that means it worked 3 times. See? Success.
Now my husband uses it. It's the only thing that works for him. Don't give it to kids because it has aspirin, and under 18 you can get that, was it Reyes syndrome or something like that? Don't give it to kids without...
No, you're the doctor.
And don't take it with... I'm not a doctor. Don't take it without consulting a doctor because I am not going to be liable for anything that happens to you. But let me just tell you, it works. Public service announcement. If you get migraines, try it, and don't argue with me. Just try it.
And now we can collect on our sponsorship.
Not sponsored by Excedrine Migraine. Product
Actually
placement.
sponsored by. If there's a link to Excedrine in the description, just like, don't, it's just...
I'm just trying to help people because I know there's one of you out there that has the same issue because we've discussed this and you said it helped.
There might be others. It sounds
So
like
there
tacos
might be-
outside
yeah,
the door.
it does sound like tacos out there. So
Okay.
you might want to try it. We need to spin the wheels.
Yes! Ah! You go do yours first. Oh, I guess I took a video.
Everybody knows what it is. It's by Instagram.
No, I get free pasta sauce at
know.
Vons.
That's floss. Why is it every time you go to spin your wheel you get something free? Last time it was sugar.
I know. I didn't go get the sugar either. I feel bad.
Whips.
Ready?
Chocolate Bird isn't on here, so that's not gonna happen.
Christmas sentiments. Christmas sentiments.
Oh my gosh! The wheel knows! The wheel knows!
I'm gonna post. I'm so excited. I was hoping it would, but now I have so much faith in the system. Like between my Mill Hill and your Christmas sentiments, the wheel knows.
The wheel knows.
The wheel knows.
Remember the ugly birds incident? That's when I
Yes.
was like, it knows.
Wow, the wheel knows.
I saw you all might be deaf. You need to take the sound down a few notches.
I didn't know. Okay.
Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna take Christmas sentiments and Chocolate Bird, so if I finish Christmas sentiments, I can finish Christmas.
That sounds
Chocolate
good, because not on your
Bird.
list.
Yeah.
So good. Well, mine's probably not going to be nearly as exciting because I don't know what I'm rooting for, but I'm so happy for you.
You want Afghan because you love Afghan.
Yeah, but I don't think that's on my... Maybe it's on my list.
You have 3 things on your list. Universe, Mill Hill, and Afghan.
No,
Oh,
also
and temperature
tree. I don't know. I felt like there was more, but that was maybe it.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
I have to remember what the code word is.
What am I stitching?
But this week or next week? I think I set it to this week, but I keep wanting to say next week. Hey Siri, what am I stitching this week?
Tiny Decision says Mill Hill.
You know what? Screw you. Screw you, Wheel. Well, let's not rant.
Okay.
Let's end this.
No gambling.
Done stamp.
Gambling's bad.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Sponsored by Excedrine.
No! Talk to the doctor.
Next week. Bye, guys.
Next week it's Tom's.